As a SAG hand model, I am not affected by the SAG strike or really affected by the contracts for the streaming services. As a hand model, my contracts fall under the commercial contracts for SAG-AFTRA, which is not on strike. What is on strike right now is the theatrical contract. So that covers TVs, movies, that type of thing. Now, hands could come into play if it was hand doubling for a TV show, something like that. That could be covered under this, but that's such a teeny tiny percentage of what a SAG hand model does. Now, I do bet that these companies would want to scan my hands so that they could use them for all doubling going forward and probably pay me a day of background work to use my hands in perpetuity. I actually did have an experience where I walked out of a set that was trying to do that, and I'll tell that story in another video. So why am I so pissed off about what's going on with these streaming contracts? Because I stand in solidarity with all of the actors and all of the writers and everybody in the country, the UPS worker, all of it. People need to be making a livable wage. They need to be making a fair wage. And there is no reason that any CEO of any company should make 300 times what their lowest paid worker makes. That is criminal. And I also hope one day to be covered under the theatrical contracts. Growing up, my dream was always to be an actor. And for some reason, I always thought my acting career would happen later in life. When I was in college, I always played the grandmothers in the play. I was always somebody who was in their 50s or 60s in all of the plays. So for some reason, I've always thought that when I got to that age, then I would start working theatrically. I have a lot of friends who work frequently as guest stars on TV shows. You'll see them all the time. And the fact that those people have to have 2 or 3 jobs just to support their career as an actor, I mean, that's absurd. And after hearing what the actors on Orange is the New Black went through, I'm fucking livid. The fact that they got paid scale and they were known all around the world, which means like they can't walk down the street without being recognized and probably harassed. Those people were barely making enough money for a livable wage. I mean, scale is not a livable wage when you are a famous actor. So I am happy to support the SAG-AFTRA strike and the WGA strike because we need fair pay for fair work.